Next on All Access.
I think that's really been what's occupied my thoughts in my free time, is just praying for him, asking the Lord to be with him, continue to heal his body.
All right, congratulations, man. We're still here. 1 week season. 1 week season. Let's pour it all in this week.
This is what I do. You know, I love doing this, and we're a staple. We're always going to be here, right here. We're always going to be here. When you want to come here, we're going to be here.
Allen gets out on the edge, and so now the fun starts. Hurdles this tackle.
Athleticism for a guy that size.
Boy, it really is.
The Patriots' postseason dreams are still alive amidst unprecedented times in the National Football League. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access presented by GEICO. I'm Steve Burton. Normally, this entire show would focus on the Patriots' final regular season game of the year, playoff permutations, and predictions, and we'll get to those. But the football world and the viewing public were rocked earlier this week when Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin collapsed on the football field and had to be revived in front of his teammates, 60,000 fans, and a national television audience. As we tape this show, Hamlin remains in critical condition in a Cincinnati hospital. Now, these are the same Bills that New England is scheduled to play Sunday at 1 o'clock in Buffalo, with major playoff implications for both teams. So this will be no ordinary episode of Patriots All Access, and we will do our best to represent the very challenging forces at hand as the NFL community, including the Patriots, try to return to some semblance of normalcy.
Being on that field, and you lose sleep, you hurt for your brother, a lot of shared grief, but to the question before, getting updates, positive updates, eases so much of that pain, that tension that you feel.
The news has been very encouraging as we all are up to date at this point, and just extremely grateful. Damar's father spoke to the team, and really his message was the team needs to get back to focusing on the goals that they had set for themselves. Damar would have wanted it that way, and I'm paraphrasing. And so that includes our game against New England this week.
As hard as it may be to imagine, and with so much uncertainty, Patriot players got back to work this week with a seemingly simple task: win and qualify for the playoffs. Dan Roach tells us that this has been a challenging week for the team.
There was optimism in the air here in Foxborough as the week went on after learning that Damar Hamlin was making progress from his cardiac event Monday night.
I'm just so glad that he's doing better, and his family, hopefully can start talking with him and doing all that stuff. So I'm really just him and his family, prayers to them.
Needless to say, what's happened in Cincinnati has had a sobering effect on players around the league.
And unlike a football week I've ever had, that's for sure. So there's life outside of the building, right? And you have to deal with those things, and you learn to deal with those things and do your best to move on.
Leadership is critical in getting through difficult times, and here they have one of the best.
Life's bigger than this game. And this is one of these humbling moments for all of us that stands out. But I would say the players and the coaches and the people in the organization, I think everyone's doing the best they can.
And I always say his consistency of just being himself and standing in front of a room leading men has helped his team out a lot. And, obviously in a bizarre situation like this was very necessary. And, I think we all appreciate that.
And now Bill Belichick and his players will head to Buffalo to battle the Bills on Sunday.
I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. They're always a tough opponent for us. And even with the things that have happened now, you got to know that once we play them, it's going to be a super emotional environment, and we're going to be ready for it, and we're going to accept it and just roll with the punches.
So here we are, week 17, an up and down season, but the Patriots with one shot in Buffalo against the Bills win, and they're in. A challenge, but who doesn't love a challenge?
For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
So here are the Patriots' playoff scenarios. Pats clinch a playoff spot with a win at Buffalo. They control their own destiny. They can still get into the playoffs if they lose to Buffalo, but need all three of the following to happen. The Dolphins lose at home to the Jets, the Steelers lose at home to the Browns, and Tennessee must lose to Jacksonville.
Coming up on All Access.
Nobody puts things in perspective like Matthew Slater.
We've been counted out more times than we can count, but we keep leaning on each other. And that's the only reason we're standing here right now.
But first, Bill Belichick breaks down some of the key plays from the win over the Dolphins.
Doug's in the middle, does a nice job here reading the quarterback, reading Bridgewater, and then undercuts the play, makes a good catch on the ball.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots. By Ace Ticket, where New England fans go for tickets to all their favorite events. Visit aceticket.com. By Pepsi, Patriots watching better with Pepsi. And by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. New England still controls their own playoff destiny, thanks to their 23-21 win over Miami last week. Let's take a look and listen to the sights and sounds from New England's 8th win of the year.
Fins up, baby!
Miami,
Patriots,
baby,
definitely.
Miami.
Patriots!
Without Tua, let's go.
Let's go! Happy New Year! Hey, 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 hey!
Listen, this is the road to the Super Bowl. It starts right now.
Hey, this is Penny the Penguin. Swallowed away.
Marcus Slater, we hope you're back for another year.
Been going to these games, these exact seats, since I was 5.
Good luck. Play hard.
If someone told you for this season, this is the last time you wear this jersey, this is the last time you at home in a blue jersey, what would that mean then to you? If they said that in August, this is what the day will look like. How much preparation would you put in? How much want to would you want to come out here and dominate? Well, today, fellas, I'm telling you, this is it. This circle at home. What's up, buddy? Good luck, man.
Long ball right for Thornton. He makes the grab, stepping across the sideline, and he had it in the field of play. He's throwing it toward Thornton, left corner of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, New England.
That's great. That's it. Hey, nice job. Nice job. Yeah, dog. Let's go. I appreciate you, baby. Keep it rolling, man. Okay, really, it's more pass game than against off the passing base. That's just the truth. So we're going to ride with it until they figure it out. And then once they figure it out, we got to be ready to go.
I mean, I know a couple are 2 or 3 yard gains, okay, but I don't care who hits the big ones. Keep putting it down the field.
Somebody forced it to me. I said, oh, this is what I've been waiting for. They said, Waddle was like, bro, you gonna reroute me all game? All game, bro. All game. Big second half, baby. Big second half. Let's go.
Bridgewater back in the pocket, under pressure, steps up, throws it forward. Mostert makes the catch in the end zone.
Stop. Get a drive. Go down and score. We're right where we want to be. You gotta get a big now.
Bridgewater is back to fire it right pass. Intercepted by Duggar. Left to the 30, outside to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Duggar to the 5. Duggar to the end zone. He took it to the house again.
There we
the
go.
Patriots take the lead.
We said we gotta turn the ball over and score on defense.
He throws it right. He's got an open Myers. It's Darren, and it's caught on target across the 45 of Miami.
That might be Mac Jones' best throw of the year.
Stevenson lines up right slash shotgun snap to Jones, who lobs it left for Myers, who leaps and makes the catch. Brings it down for a touchdown, Patriots. The snap to Thompson, backs up four-man rush. He's pressured. He's hit. Barmore has a sack. Christian Barmore is there again, bringing down Thompson at the 25.
Turn him up. He's doing the duck waddle.
The ball comes to Hunter Henry, who goes down and squeezes it between his legs, covering up. They win against the Dolphins by a 23-21 final. And now it's on to Buffalo next week with a playoff spot on the line.
Way to hold on to that, too. You got up, baby. Appreciate it. You got up. Good job, man. Oh, my God. Out there. Let's go. Hey. How you doing? Oh, I love that. I love music.
All right, congratulations, man. Proud of you. Proud of the way you competed all week. Competed today. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it was definitely good enough. It's better than what it's been. That's the difference. All right, that's the difference. All right, we're still here. 1 week season. 1 week season. Let's pour it all in this week. But you know what I think we're ready for?
Victory Monday.
I think so. I think we're ready for Victory Monday. Wednesday at 8. Wednesday at 8.
Lean on your brothers, and that's what we've done all year, man. We've been knocked down. We've been talked about. We've been counted out more times than we can count, but we keep leaning on each other. And that's the only reason we're standing here right now. Ain't nothing better than starting the new year with that victory over Miami. Now, how we feel about that victory over Miami?
Beautiful. Oh, that was
Appreciate you.
awesome.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for the plays of the week. We got 3 good looks and a big win over the Dolphins. Starts with the first touchdown pass, that opening drive. What do we got?
Well, this is third and 6 on the 7, so you know, really a 4-point play here. You know, it's a touchdown or field goal. This is Taekwon coming across in motion, and Hunter Henry is up here at the top of the screen. And see the Dolphins are in man coverage, and they try to, you know, sort this out here on the 2-on-2 look. And Hunter does a nice job here of taking the outside release, and that allows Taekwon to kind of trap the corner inside here, break out, and you know, Mac hits him right there in the end zone for a touchdown. So really nice job here of coming over, hitting this on the run, you know, forcing a tough communication situation here for these 2 DBs, and then out leveraging, and you know, good throw here, good timing on the play.
Great throw. Fills a little bit, slides, and throws it off that back foot. Good timing on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Create some confusion for him, too.
Yeah.
You know, that motion and all that.
Yeah, nice to get off to, you know, a good start, scoring that opening possession offensively.
Absolutely. Taekwon with the big catch prior to that down that right sideline. All right, moving on here, and get the sack.
Yeah, this is really a big play, too. It's the end of the first half here, and, you know, it ends up being a 2-point game, so if Miami gets into field goal range here, 3 points, I mean, that could really be a big difference, but this is a nice job by Doug here of making the jam, and then you can see the 2 tight ends here, Wilson and Giuseppe, kind of run into each other. Meanwhile, we're in a 3-man rush here, and Carl Davis makes a nice move here on Connor Williams, comes up the middle. Barmore, you know, powers the tackle, and then Carl ends up getting Bridgewater when he tries to scramble out. But you know, this is Waddle here, Hill going deep, but the kind of jamming the tight end up here and getting Gesicki bottled up and having these two guys run together, I think is kind of what forces Bridgewater to pull it down, and then the rush gets them, and so it creates third and long. We're able to get the ball back and keep him out of field goal range at the end of the half.
You can really feel the presence of Barmore in this game too, so he's really getting back up to his playing ability prior to the injury. Okay,
it's definitely good to have him back.
We always love watching this one. It's the pick six by Cal Duggar.
Right. Yeah, so we're in a blitz look here. We have our 6 guys close to the line of scrimmage. They're in an empty formation, and then on the snap, you see Devin's down here, and so Devin pushes back, and we really push back in here to a cover 2, and Doug's in the middle, does a nice job here reading the quarterback, reading Bridgewater, and then undercuts the play, makes a good catch on the ball. A little bit like we had last week with Marcus Jones down the sideline here. Really good run by Doug. You can see why he returned punts. And
that really plays into it too. You've had a lot of guys over the years where they play corner, safety, also return punts for you.
Yeah, and when they get the ball in their hands here, so makes a nice move and then cuts back and drops his shoulder here and it's going to get in the end zone. Stiff arm getting in the end zone. So really a good play and then a good run, a good finish of the play. Similar to the Marcus Jones interception last week against Cincinnati.
Awesome. So anytime you get points on the defense or special teams, just gives you such a boost from a team perspective. Complimentary football.
Yeah, boy, absolutely.
All right, good stuff, Coach. Coach will hang tight, and we'll return with the Belestrator after that. But first, more Patriots All Access right after this.
Welcome into the Social Media Minute. I'm Tamara Brown. Football is family. We saw that on social media when the NFL community rallied together after Buffalo Bills safety suffered a cardiac arrest on Monday Night Football. Patriots players immediately took to social media to send their thoughts and prayers to Hamlin and the Buffalo Bills community. Robert Kraft and some of the Patriots players also donated to Hamlin's toy drive that now has over millions in donations. Gillette Stadium also turned on blue lights and put up a graphic sending love and support from Patriots Nation to Damar Hamlin. That's all for this week's Social Media Minute. I'm Tamara Brown.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and talk with Coach Belichick. And Coach, after this Miami game, you look at it, and one word I come up with is resiliency. How did you see the game play out? Do you agree with that?
Well, hard-fought game like it always is with the Dolphins. A little bit of back and forth here, but it was very competitive. Certainly the Kyle's interception was a big play in the game, and then they scored, and then we were able to drive it 90 some yards and score, and that was obviously a big play for us, or a big drive for us, and they held on at the end. Big recovery by Hunter on the onside kick sealed it. So very competitive with Miami, like it's been the last several weeks. Good to come out on the positive end of it, that's for sure.
You played against all these good young quarterbacks. When people nationally talk about the good young quarterbacks, Mahomes, you played against Burrow finally. Herbert, you've faced him a couple times. Yes. Josh Allen, is he sort of a different type guy, like unicorn?
I would say so.
About this guy, size-wise?
Yeah, his ability to run is really, I think, what separates him from everybody else. He runs like a fullback, runs like a halfback. I mean, you got to tackle him. He's not a quarterback. He can run around and buy time in the pocket, and he's hard to tackle. And a big, strong guy like Roethlisberger, but with a lot more speed, a lot more athletic ability. You see him breaking off, 30, 40-yard runs. Running over people, hurtling guys, dropping his shoulder, running over them. I like you, though.
Yeah, I'm not moving at it. It's funny because I saw Marino at the game. I always talk to Danny, and my kids are in his team. My kid plays quarterback. He's like, "Got to move your feet, got to jump rope." He goes, "Guys like us, me and your dad, we didn't move. We move in about 3-yard space." He goes, "Everything's different now."
Yeah, we just stiff-armed him and threw the ball, and so. But he's and I just say each year he gets a little, I would say, more savvy with his cadence. He got us on that last year. The cadence, the looking guys off, audibling against the pressure looks, and maybe an overload blitz or something like that, where you're trying to take advantage of their protection, and then, you know, he runs a quarterback sweep the other way and things like that. He knows where the chains are. He knows when he needs on 3rd down or 4th down on some of those critical plays, and makes a lot of good decisions.
Yeah, he's comfortable with the game. All right, time now for the Ace Ticket Twitter question of the week, and it comes from @Luke00. Speaking of Josh Allen, your two bookends, Josh Uche and Matt Judon, how have those guys complemented each other as they rack up the sacks that they've racked up here heading into Week 18?
Right. Well, you know, I think they're both comfortable on their respective sides. Ju a little more on the left, and Josh a little bit more on the right. Although they do flip at times, but they've kind of, you know, settled into that, and they really communicate well and work well with each other, and, you know, how they attack the different blocking schemes or the individual blockers that are on them, the tackles, sometimes even the tight ends. So they're both built differently athletically and from a size standpoint, and their moves are different. I think when they do flip around, that's tough for the tackles because their skills are both good but very different, and you can't really block them the same way. You've got to. And I'd say the one thing that Josh Uche has really done this year is he's developed more of a power rush. So, you know, he has some good power rushes that, you know, allow him to take advantage of his quickness and his ability to come up and under and dip inside and those kind of things. That if the tackles are just too soft on him, he'll, you know, power him right back to the quarterback. And that's really worked well for him, too, as a change-up this year.
Okay, great answer right there. If you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team on Twitter @Patriots, #AskBB. Josh Allen and the Belestrator?
Oh, yeah, we'll see plenty of them.
All right, sounds good. We'll take a look at that. More Patriots All Access right after this, and then we'll have the Belestrator for you.
Coming up on All Access.
Meet a hardy Patriots tailgater.
9 degrees, Christmas Eve. Get ready to go. Might have a big crowd out here, but we're still going to do it.
And later, a check on the team's mindset from Captain Matthew Slater.
You know, you first start by processing it as best you can in a compressed amount of time. From there, you realize, hey, as a team, we have a very unique opportunity ahead of us.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots. By AdCare. Be recovery strong. Speak up. Reach out. Ask for help. Call AdCare at 800-ALCOHOL. And by Gillette Labs with exfoliating bars. Effortless shave in one efficient stroke. This profile is brought to you by Pepsi.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. It's our final Tales from the Tailgate episode of the season, presented by Socius.com. This week, we meet a longtime Patriots season ticket holder who is a true fan in whatever weather the New England region offers up.
What I need, let's go. Yeah, all right, with my tents, Patriots thing. Let's go. Oh, yeah, game day, baby. This is it. Living room at the game. It's a big family affair. It's a big gathering. We have a great gathering. We have over average 50 to 60 people every game. Nine degrees, Christmas Eve. Get ready to go. Might have a big crowd out here, but we're still going to do it.
Meet Marcus Bowden from Mattapan. As a 15-year season ticket holder, Marcus packs up his truck on Sundays. And whether it be rain, sleet, snow, or freezing cold, it doesn't stop his passion for tailgating and togetherness.
In December, 9 degrees, ready to be out here. Ready to be out here to show the world that, you know, Patriots Nation, that we're ready, prepared. Doesn't matter what the weather is like. We're here all year, every year. The favorite thing about tailgating is when everybody gets together and have a great time. It's freezing. Woo-wee. Yeah, we here.
We come early to get the spot. This is how it all starts. You have to get here to get what we call prime space.
Merry Christmas. Good morning, guys. Merry Christmas.
Yes, sir. We about to start cooking.
Probably just half of it.
Yeah.
And this is how we kick it off. Let them coals get hot.
But this is where we start at right here. This is pre-gaming at its finest.
Got our heat on the inside, our heat on the outside, our cooking heat. We ready to go.
You know, that's what we do.
What better way to spend Christmas Eve, though? Love it.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. Leela she gets the party started.
Hey, Christmas Eve.
Christmas
This is what
Eve.
we do. Ready?
That's it. Let's go. Let's go.
They call me the queen of tailgate. They see me, they know me. When this parking lot fills up, you'll see.
I love the tailgating. I love family, friends. I love when people come by. Yeah, what's up? We outside. Let's go with you. We get to cook for people, and we enjoy people coming. It's our house. Everybody's welcome. Yeah, come. Yeah, man. Y'all having a good time? Yeah, man. Come enjoy, man. You don't even have to bring anything. We just love the company. We bring a lot of people to our tailgate. You know, not just for us, but for everybody. You know, to enjoy.
What do you think, man? I just think it's a welcoming environment, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Like we've seen people from all throughout different stadiums. We've had people from Pittsburgh come through, people from the Rams.
Dallas guy. Every team that comes through here, you meet them.
Always come through, you know? And maybe it's just, like I said, a welcoming environment. Maybe they hear the music, maybe they smell the food, maybe they see their kinfolk. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're always glad to have them.
This is what I do. You know, I love doing this, and I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I had the opportunity to be here. We're a staple. We're always going to be here, right here. We're always going to be here. When you want to come here, we're going to be here.
If you have a tailgate story we should feature, go to patriots.com/tailgate and submit your story.
Well, joining me now is Patriot Captain Matthew Slater, and with everything that's going on, how are you doing personally?
You know, it's been a challenging week, my friend. I think for the whole NFL community. But you know what keeps coming to the forefront of my mind is just Damar and his health and his well-being. And you know, a lot of people have sat back this week and talked about so many different things pertaining to this situation. But I think we don't want to lose sight of the fact that we're praying for a young man to make a full recovery. We want to see him be healthy, be able to live a healthy, full life, and we need to continue to pray for that. So I think that's really been what's occupied my thoughts in my free time, is just praying for him, asking the Lord to be with him, continue to heal his body, be with the people that are treating him, be with his family, and hopefully hoping for the best day by day.
Well, the good news is he is getting better, and that's good news all the way around. We are in uncharted territory right now, and as a team captain, what advice do you give your teammates?
Yeah, you know what? I think this week is less about me giving advice and more about just being there. Praying with guys, praying for guys, just being available to talk about life, to talk about concerns that guys may have, questions that guys may have, concerns and questions that I may have. This week has been more about just having conversations and just being connected with my brothers, and it's been a good week.
Most of the times we're talking to you after a tough loss or after a big-time win. This is something totally different. How do you put everything in perspective?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I think perspective is oftentimes lost in this business. We get so infatuated with, the success of teams, the success of players and individuals, and all the things that, in the grand scheme of things, don't matter at all. And I think it reminds you of the fragility of life. As James writes, all our lives are but a vapor. And, it's a reminder that vapor can go just like that. So I think, It makes you appreciate your family more. It makes you appreciate the life you have. It makes you appreciate just waking up in the morning, having breath in your lungs, being able to go about your day. And we get away from that, right? It's easy for us to veer from that. But I think this has been a week for a lot of people to recenter themselves, and I think that's been very needed.
Do you think that the league and the Patriots organization is doing all they can to support?
Yeah, I believe so. Look, this is an unprecedented situation, and people are searching for answers in some cases, and they're trying to do the best thing, and I believe that everyone wants to do the best thing in terms of DeMar and his health and well-being. So, I love what we've done as an organization. I think the leadership here has been fantastic, from Mr. Kraft to Bill, who's done a great job of leading this team this week. And, I believe that teams and the league as a whole are trying to do their best. But again, this is about DeMar and about supporting him however we can. And, I think a lot of people are trying to do that.
And yet you still have to go play a game on Sunday. So how do you get the team refocused and zero in on the game that you guys have to play?
Yeah, it's a unique challenge because you don't want to minimize anything that's gone on this week. So I think it's, you first start by processing it as best you can in a compressed amount of time. And then I think from there you realize, hey, as a team, we have a very unique opportunity ahead of us.
Right.
We're playing for our playoff lives, and we want to take advantage of the opportunity we have to play the game that we love, the game that we've chosen to play and we've been gifted to play, and we want to make the most of that opportunity.
Good luck on Sunday, my friend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Matthew Slater, I guess we'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this. Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for the Belestrator. We're going to take a good look at Josh Allen runs. Coach, they not only call the quarterback draw, but you got to be worried about him too, just breaking a pocket when you have containment.
Well, you sure do. And then no matter how he gets out of there, either whether it's a scramble or design run, then of course there's always the issue of tackling.
Yeah.
And he's a tough guy to bring down. Here's a play against Kansas City where this is a design sweep, and so Allen fakes the ball here on a fast sweep, and then they crack the defensive end up on top, pull the tackle around, and Allen gets out on the edge. And so now the fun starts. Dip in, dip out, hurdles this tackle.
Pretty good athleticism for a guy that size.
Boy, it really is. and so you have to defend these, runs like this, the call plays, the sweeps, the off tackles, quarterback draws, which we'll see in a minute, and then plays like this. This is 3rd and 15, where it's not a designed run.
Right.
They're running their normal pass patterns here, and Allen sees some space, and he knows where the marker is here. He knows what he needs, and sets up a one-on-one tackle out here, and they're just determined to get the first down. So not a lot of quarterbacks in the league running the ball like this. Very aggressively, big, strong, physical player that, like I said, knows where the sticks are.
Absolutely. Okay, and one last look here, another called draw here.
Right, so this is a called play, all right, where against Miami, where they kind of rush up the field here, and then
man, perfect D.
Yep, man-to-man, which Miami plays a lot of, as we know, and here he comes up the middle, and again, now the fun starts. Just outruns the free safety here. Holland just flat out outruns him, and then tackling 45-yard play. So it's design plays inside, design plays outside and off tackle, it's quarterback scrambles, and then it's scramble and throw the ball 20, 30, 40, 50 yards downfield on extended plays. So I have to do a good job on him.
Even tougher downside to 10, right? Because everything's compact, and you're like, do we play man? Do we play zone?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good luck in Buffalo, man.
I appreciate it. So,
all right, it's going to be fun up there. There's your Belestrator. More Patriots All Access. We'll return right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. By Pepsi. Patriots watching? Better with Pepsi. And by Dan O'Brien Auto. Come in to any Dan O'Brien Auto Group store today and get your awesome protection plan. Keeping it awesome.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access, everyone, in our Bob's News Conference Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. Obviously, this is a different show. It's a different week. And before we even talk about X's and O's, I want to discuss humanity and where we stand right now with this game coming up. Patriots obviously have to play a game against the Buffalo Bills, but right now it's a bigger picture.
Yeah, obviously, the sounds, the sights that we saw last Monday night were chilling. And anybody who was watching the game had to, to just take a step back and be mesmerized by what we were seeing, Mike. And, you never, it's obviously a dangerous game, but you never really think of it in terms of life and death. And that's what we had in Cincinnati. I thought the response was amazingly quick. And, hopefully everything will end up working out. But, you have to take a step back and forget about football, at least for a short period of time based on what we saw.
Yeah, and we all hope for Damar Hamlin to pull through this, right? And we also acknowledge that everyone involved that was there and anyone in this game that plays this game experienced some element of trauma watching that, right? Like, you're not human if you're a player in this game and you see that and you're not affected by it. So I think the Patriots specifically have done a nice job reaching out to their players, saying, if you need any help, we're here. We have resources here for you. Because I know when some of them walked through the door earlier this week, there were feelings of like, can I even go forward doing this? I know I have a job to do, but there's emotions and feelings in there that need to be reconciled before I can take that next step.
With all that being said, there will be a game on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So my question is, how do you see this game unfolding?
Yeah, well, it's funny. I think, if you took all of this aside, obviously the Patriots are facing a tall task, almost a double-digit underdog up in Buffalo against one of the best, if not the best team in football. I don't know how the emotion comes into play. I don't know how mentally Buffalo, deals with it. So I don't know if that impacts things. But the Patriots, I know, will put forth an effort. I think that's been pretty much a constant, and they'll fight. Yeah. Whether or not they're good enough to compete, Steve, we'll find out.
Yeah, and I think the formula is what they did against Miami, but it needs to be at a higher level. Win the turnover battle. They were 2-0 over Miami in the last game. Should have been 4-0 if you ask me, with the forward progress call by the officials and Devin's interception that he dropped, right? So win the turnover battle. They were 2 for 2 in the red zone offensively, which is like nirvana for them, last in the league, right? Like, so they have to be perfect again in the red zone, and maybe get the running game going with Damian Harris. To me, that's the X factor that if you're looking for a formula, slow the game down, possess the ball with Damian complementing Ramondre, turnover battle, red zone, then maybe you have a chance. But Steve, that's going to be a tall task.
So there is a scenario that even if the Patriots lose, they can still get in. Explain that scenario.
Yeah, they can be 8-9, and you add another wild card team, Mike, and this is what you invite. I think it will take some work. I think Miami, Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Yep.
Right? You need those three teams to lose, and if that all happens, it doesn't really matter what the Patriots do in Buffalo.
Yeah, and let's look deeper, Steve. So Miami would need to lose to the Jets, which has nothing to play for, but Miami could be with their third-string quarterback. Right. So Pittsburgh needs to lose at home to Cleveland and Deshaun Watson, which I think is unlikely, but not impossible. Right? And Tennessee banged up, playing with Josh Dobbs at quarterback, needs to lose to a white-hot Jaguars team. So it could happen.
All that being said, let's go back to the Patriots game prediction time.
Yeah, I think that Buffalo finds a way to muster up enough intensity, and I think that the gap in talent is too big. I like Buffalo maybe 27-13.
Okay. Well, 13, only giving them 13 points for the Patriots.
I'm not predicting a defensive score this week.
for the fifth
straight
week.
Unbelievable how many points that unit scored.
Yes. I'm going to go a little more points. 31 Buffalo, 27 Patriots. I think the Patriots will play them tough.
So you got two defensive scores.
Maybe a special teams one. I think Patriots can play them tough.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve.
Well, that will do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, I'm Steve Burton. And again, our thoughts and prayers are with Damar Hamlin and the Buffalo Bills. Have a great week, everybody.